Yo, what's up, folks? It's your boy Sports PSP in the building. Man, as you all know, you heard the news. Jalen Ramsey has been traded to the Miami Dolphins. That's right. Jalen Ramsey, the former Los Angeles Ram, is now a member of the Miami Dolphins. He was traded to the Miami Dolphins, and the Los Angeles Rams in return receive a third-round pick in this year's NFL draft. And they also get Hunter Long, a tight end who was selected in the third round, 81st overall to the Miami Dolphins going back to 2021. So what are my thoughts? This is a very great move. Miami, unequivocally, they won the trade because they didn't have to give up that much for Jalen Ramsey. They only gave up a third round pick and a tight end who, I'm not going to say Hunter Long is a bum or a scrub or anything like that, but we don't know about his future. So I think this is a great move on the part of the Miami Dolphins. It elevates their chances as far as winning the AFC East. We're going to see a great wide receiver battle between Stephon Diggs and Jalen Ramsey. That's going to be a hell of a matchup. So I like that. I don't see the Dolphins coming out the AFC, however. I don't see that, especially when Kansas City is still there, Cincinnati, Buffalo. But I do like their chances as far as competing in the AFC East and perhaps winning the division. I also love it for Jalen Ramsey because I want to read you an article from Scott Thompson from Fox Sports, Fox 13, Tampa Bay. Ramsey is also getting a new contract as part of the trade, according to NFL Network. He will be on the Dolphins' books for a fully guaranteed $36.9 million over the next 2 seasons. He did have 3 years left on his deal, though an opt-out was there for 2024. So he's going to get compensated. I mean, after all, when you get a guy like Jalen Ramsey, you're going to have to compensate him. And I'm happy for him. He's back in Florida. Jalen Ramsey, he played college football at Florida State. He was drafted by the Jacksonville Jaguars. So he's back in Florida, a state with no income taxes. He's familiar with Florida. And I think he's going to bring that juice, that excitement, that swag to the Miami Dolphins. And I think he's going to do his part to energize that franchise. And he is a former Super Bowl champion, so he knows what it takes as far as winning, which is very conducive for the Miami Dolphins. As for the Los Angeles Rams, they lose him. Okay, they traded him. They didn't really get much in return. They didn't get a first or a second. They didn't get any first or second round draft picks. They released Bobby Wagner. They released the defensive player Lloyd. So it seems like to me, they're just thinking about their future from what it appears. But I like it for the Dolphins right now because you didn't have to give up that much to get Jalen Ramsey. I think he's going to energize that fan base, Miami, Florida, that franchise. I love it for him. I think he's going to help the Dolphins' chances as far as coming out the AFC East. So I think this is a very great move for the Miami Dolphins. And he's also a great replacement because the Miami Dolphins, they've let go of Byron Jones. And if anybody who can fill in for Byron Jones, who can be his replacement, without a doubt, Jalen Ramsey. This is not an adequate move. This is more than adequate. This is great, huge move. Even though Jalen Ramsey had a down year last year, I think he will be better because there's nowhere to go but up. New organization, new expectations, so much more. I think it will re-energize him. That's what I think. And when you look at the Dolphins, their stats defensively last year, according to Pro Football Reference, read these stats from Pro Football Reference, 24th in team defense, 27th in passing defense. They were also 24th in scoring defense. So their defense should be much better. Well, maybe not much better, but they have to improve with Jalen Ramsey. there's nowhere to go but up as far as defensively. So that's what I think. I love it for the Dolphins. This is a great move for them. As for the Rams, you didn't get great return by trading up Jalen Ramsey. So those are my thoughts. But anyway, please leave your comments in the comment section below, guys. What do you make of the Jalen Ramsey trade? Do you think that the Dolphins by far won this trade? Do you think the Rams made a huge mistake letting go of Jalen Ramsey? What's next for the Rams and their future? How does Jalen Ramsey's addition to the Miami Dolphins helps the Dolphins' chances as far as winning the AFC East and competing for a Super Bowl, and much more? But other than that, it's your boy Sports PSP. Hope everyone's enjoying the rest of their day. And as usual, God bless.